Welcome to Kharak Cup 6. Right. What was I going to say? Yeah, well anyway, this is against Rompafrolic and me, going to be playing on Galzian territories from the quarterfinals here. This is Rompafrolic's map choice. I was, of course, number 2 in the qualifier section, so he gets to pick and ban first and all that kind of nice stuff. He's going to pick Galzian territories. I did not ban this one because... what did I ban? I think I banned like the shallows or something like that. I actually have it written down somewhere. I wrote it down because I wanted to remember what it was in-game, but I don't really know where that is, so I'm not going to be able to use that here. But yes, Galzian territory is going to be picked, and I was a little upset that I didn't ban this one. You can actually watch in the My Perspective video that I made of this tournament that I was like, just don't pick Galzian territories, and then he picked it, and I was like, why? Well, because this is like the upset map. This is the map that you think of when you think of people, you know, winning where they really shouldn't, because it's quite a tilted map, wouldn't you say? It really is. There is a low ground spawn, and I rolled it. That one is pretty nice for attacking though, because you get this nice like high ground onto your opponent's main. And then there's a high ground spawn here, which basically, other than that attack on the main, will have high ground for the entire game. As no matter what angle he attacks, as long as it's not up here, he is going to be on the high ground. So, Rompafrolic has that high ground spawn. Now, there is actually a way to guarantee that you will get the high ground spawn, but I consider it unsportsmanlike to use that method, so... and I know what it is, so if Rompafrolic had tried it, I would have told him, like, hey, don't do that. The method is to say Team 1 when you're in the loading screen there, and that'll always spawn you up on the high ground there. If Rompafrolic had done that, I would have said to him, hey, that's not cool, you know, go team random, because I know what it is. I'm not going to get caught off guard by that. But Rompafrolic is a bro. He's not going to do that. Or maybe he doesn't know and he actually would, but, you know, whatever. I'm going to charge in here just a little bit and try to get some damage, but the Galzian carrier's point defense is actually quite good, so I'm going to back away from that one right there. I don't think I'm going to get any damage done here, but then again, I could always attack the second. I'm just a little worried about it because once I go down there, I'm not going to be on high ground anymore. But I am going to go for it anyway. Kind of going to run into his carrier, though, a little bit here. I think I'm going to slice through the line there, and the carrier will get some shots off on me. It's a little bit sloppy, but it shouldn't matter too much. These are sand skimmers, and they auto-heal, so... I've already done some nice eco damage there as he tries to throw out 2 det packs. Actually, I think they did contribute to the death of the sand skimmer, but he still loses 1 salvager. Meanwhile, I'm going to lose 2 sand skimmers, and I'm totally fine with that. I'm also going to get this extraction here, most likely, although it will be a little bit close. Meanwhile, Rompafrolic going to go for an extraction of his own, and now the question is always, you know, do I try to stop that, or do I come back home? I think I choose to stop it this time, but I guess we'll have to see. But I'm satisfied with the eco damage that I've done. I think it's already been worth it. I really want to get this extraction, though. I'm going to get it so ready to spam the R button. Yes, it goes down. All right. I didn't even spam R. Look at that. The reason, of course, is because the base runner heals itself when you hit R, so you can kind of extend your time there, but it also stops base runner from moving. So if you hit it too early, you won't be in the extraction zone, and it does not out-heal the sand skimmer's attack there. So you can use that to assist yourself in getting the artifact if you use it after you enter the zone, but not to save the base runner for any significant amount of time. Just a little bit, a couple of seconds. I just said any significant amount of time. That is significant when you're extracting, of course. These sand skimmers seem to have signed a peace deal with this one over here. Actually, I mean, that's not exactly a peace treaty. He is actually shooting back, but they did not kill him, so that's always nice. But yeah, this is where Galzian territory starts getting a little tricky. It's very hard for me to defend against my second here because I'm on perpetual low ground. Gonna get railgun fabrication and sand skimmer armor level 1. He already has railgun armor 1, mind you, so that's actually a very good move by him, and he is getting assault railguns as well. So for me to be able to counter this, I can't just use assault railguns of my own. I'm gonna have to use heavies. It's gonna be tricky. I decide that I have to hold it back for my base, so Rompafrolic beginning to get eco damage done now. It doesn't have refinery mode or anything, so it's slight eco damage, but it is still damage nonetheless. Armor 2 finishing now on my sand skimmers, and this salvager's so damaged, I'm really trying to run him back. I really don't want him to die there, but I'm happy for him to run into my carrier here. I feel like I'm going to do damage there. Because refinery mode was researched, I'm okay to go back here and use this as my as my refinery on the main base. And my carrier can kind of push off this attack here. But then there's always the threat that it'll just kind of swing around here and come back in onto my main. I have to watch that, of course. My sand skimmers will beat his in a direct fight, though, and as you can see, I do have the number. Do I? Oh man! Now you're gonna do this. All right. 10 on what? 10 on 10. Okay, I don't have the numbers, but I do have the upgrades, so I would win that fight. Refinery mode gonna come in for Rompafrolic, but he doesn't show any signs he actually plans on moving back with his production cruisers, so that's a little bit of an interesting choice there. That's an expensive tech, of course. Could go for 2 PC off the back of that, or sorry, off of that, rather than getting refinery mode, but to each his own, I suppose. He is gonna start carting off the artifacts. I like that. If you got field control, might as well use it. Now, this is a little bit of a sandwich here. I like this move, actually. It's going to do pretty well. Allow him to trade 2 for 1 there. If I can get some shots off with this heavy railgun, I'll be just fine, but it's going to be a little bit tricky. He doesn't want to push in with these sand skimmers. This is a bit of a choke by me, though. Going to let my assault railgun kind of get hung out to dry right there. And he lives with 22 health? You're joking. Oh, no. You're not joking. You're choking. Well, it looks like Rompafrolic is actually hit. No, he's not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get the idea of refinery mode if you're going to keep your production cruiser out here, but that's right. Now, would it be a Rompafrolic game if there weren't a lot of base runners? I don't know. There's only 2 actually so far. Certainly we'll see him make some more though, right? He's going to make another production cruiser, so he's going to get up onto 2 base, but I'm on there faster. And I do have the heavy railgun already. It gives me the railgun edge. It's good, of course, to mix 1 heavy railgun into the mix here when you're fighting against assault railguns, because then, you know, you have a heavy railgun, it can fire from long range, no chance it's going to get hit, and it's much better at securing kills. I am, however, going to foolishly lose it, so that's awesome. If you look at the units lost tab here, I am actually considerably down in units lost. I said that when it said 600 right here, but now it says 800, okay, but whatever. Railguns are doing a good job for Rompafrolic. What are the upgrades looking like? Yeah, he's got the upgrade lead and everything. So he's enjoying this right now. Despite that, though, I am actually on top of his units, and I think that's going to be good for me. If you look at the sand skimmer count right here, I've got 6, and he's got also... No, he's got 7. I basically neutralized the assault railgun, and then I move away from it. I'm so good at casting, guys. And I have definitely the upgrade majority here. I've got armor 2. So I'm going to kill his assault railgun there at a heavy price, of course, but I am also going to get all of those sand skimmers if I want to, I think. Well, maybe not. His carrier is here to deny, so I am going to have to back away, but I would say that fight was worth it for me, because even though if you look at the units lost tab, I've lost more. Yeah, I still have based on RUs there. Despite that, I'm on 3 bases, and so actually trading is good for me, even if the trades are slightly unideal. Is that a word? It's a word now. Those trades are actually good for me, even if they're slightly bad. Wait. I cannot express this idea in English. I'm sorry, guys, but the point is, I'm happy with this. Because as you can see, my army presence is much bigger than his now. He's going to go for his 3rd artifact right here. I would actually like to stop this. I wonder if I will or not. Yeah, it looks like I will. I'm going to kind of move in that direction. I do need to be careful I don't let my railguns kind of hang out to dry, but I'm willing to lose this artifact extraction to stop that one. Maybe not, actually. I don't really look like I'm mobilizing towards that, do I? Just now beginning to get railgun armor upgrades. I know I always say to prioritize those, but in this case, it was worth it to get the sand skimmer fight on my side. Finally get rid of that scanner. That thing was very annoying. And Rompafrolic's choice is going to be honor guard cruisers. That is a good choice based on the composition he's up against. I'm going to get missile ships meanwhile. I don't want to get air transitioned. Both of us are actually going to get out with that extraction. But my heavy railgun's in a bit of a pickle now. However, these are unupgraded sand skimmers, and I do have armor 1. So, you know, they put up a fight at least, these assault railguns, and that should give enough time for the sand skimmers to get back, I would have thought. Actually, he's going to back away. That's quite good for me. If he had just killed this last assault railgun, he would have been fine there, and he could have not taken, you know, all of these railguns, but he could have taken a couple of them at least. However, assault railguns do have more armor, so it makes sense that they took longer to kill there than he was expecting. Armor 2 going to come out for me now. Missile ship fabrication's finished, so I want to get some missile ships just to make sure I don't get air transition, but it does not look like that's the choice for Rompafrolic. He's going to go for honor guards. However, why do I like missile ships? And why is my base runner moving into the extraction without an artifact? I don't know. But why do I like missile ships? Because they're also anti-ground units, and I love them that way. They're very good anti-ground units. At this point, I'm basically done with assault railguns. I don't need any more of those, just heavies. But I do want to stop this artifact here, so I'm gonna get a little split up there with my sand skimmers. These guys circle around, kind of taunting these guys. They're just like, please don't kill us. Please. But look, it worked. Oh, actually, this is a good move from Rompafrolic. He just leaves one to deal with it, and he uses the rest of his sand skimmers to try to capitalize on the fact that my sand skimmers are over here. That's actually pretty good. That was pretty good. Well done, Rompafrolic. Well done. I thought it was funny looking at first, but no, that was quite wise. My carrier, however, is here to block, so he can get a number of rail kills. Actually, maybe just like 1 or 2, but my carrier here blocking is going to cause him to take a lot of sand skimmer damage, and I think that's actually okay for me. Meanwhile, I've stopped the artifact, and now I see that his sand skimmers are over there. Well, I might as well just attack over on this side, and I can do quite a bit of damage over there. Damage 1 also getting researched by me. Honor guards just now beginning to be produced by him. There's 8 heavy railguns now. It's quite a lot. That's a lot of railguns. Actually, I'm gonna wish I had not gone for the production cruiser here because I'm not gonna get it, and those things heal back quite quickly. So that's a little bit sad for me. I feel like that could have been a lot of damage done, but I didn't really get much out of it. But I am gonna get field control out of it, and that's worth it. So I'm just gonna try to clear out all these scanners. It's kind of like creep, you know. If your opponent goes for mass base burn, you want to get the scanners out as fast as you can, just like you would clear out creep whenever you have the opportunity. Makes a big difference, of course. Rompafrolic now with powers of 4 finished, as well as an honor guard cruiser, and I've got quite a lot of heavies here, so I know I can take this fight, but I need to be careful. This is definitely going to test my micro just a little bit here, because if there's an honor guard in the field, I don't want to take shots from him. See, I'm going to immediately target it with my railguns, get a lot of good damage, but then it fades out of view. And honor guard cruisers, of course, do that same stealth railgun thing that I talked about coalition railguns doing before. This assault railgun just getting rinsed, by the way. So I'm just going to try to split the damaged railguns. I don't want them to be in range, but then the carrier pushes out, so I just run over this dune here. I want to kite the carrier if I can, in this case I really can't, so I'm just going to... Just said just twice. I'm just going to back away here. Railgun count now up to 12, and it's just against 1 honor guard cruiser, which has quite a lot of health, but not enough to beat, 12 railguns. These things really are not that good when they're unsupported unless you can mass them, but if you can mass them, it'll be hilarious, but don't think you can in this case. I've got so many railguns already. Of course, like I said earlier, it wouldn't be a Rompafrolic game if it weren't for the mass base runner. We do have 5 on the field now, so he's going to have vision for days. Honor guard cruiser's right here. It's targeting the sand skimmers. Gonna get a good shot off of them as well. I should be targeting it, but it doesn't look like I saw it there. But yeah, I see the honor guard cruiser gonna try to shoot at it again, but once again it gets out of view just barely. But if it fires another shot, I'll be able to hit it. So honor guard cruiser is down now. I took quite a railgun loss for that, though. That was not the best execution, I don't think, of anti-honor guard micro. You can also try to split up your railguns to avoid the damage and whatnot, but it works, it works. These railguns, meanwhile, are trying to shoot the sand skimmers. It's dumb. I should be targeting this, obviously. But yeah, at this point, Rompafrolic's still charging in there fearlessly with his carrier, but that's not going to work. He doesn't have any base runners in the area to do any heal spam either. They're over here getting attacked by sand skimmers. I'm going to run back into his base. Looks like Rompafrolic is going to go down, and that will be the case. So I will take map 1 there. Now, obviously, I played this game, so I'm not making any predictions for this match. I already know how it works, but you know, I don't want to spoil that for you. So we're just gonna move into map 2, and I'm gonna act like I don't know who wins this one. But map 2 is gonna be my pick, and Rompafrolic did not ban Kalash Teeth, and that's a map that I ban very frequently against Coalition, but against Galzian, I'm totally fine with it. So I'm gonna pick that one. And this time I'm definitely going to go for early aggression. This is like the best map for it. Doesn't work as Galzian because you're worried about AAV spam. AAV rushes on this map are pretty redonkulous. But, yes. Does work against Galzian, as you can see, or as you will see, or as you can, you know. Very close, these two. Very close. No AAVs to worry about at all. Guck mal, die Sonne scheint. Yeah, but no one really likes the sun on Kharak, do they? That's an extraordinarily flat horizon, don't you think? Don't you think? Turner. That's your cue. Anyway. He knows what I'm talking about. It's actually a beautiful area, isn't it? Beautiful sky here. So, I'm moving in right here with some early sand skimmers. No upgrades on either player just yet, so it's all going to be about micro. I'm on the high ground, so I do a little bit more damage there. I'm happy with that. I'm going to push his force back just a little bit, and if I can hold him off of his second base, that's all I really want. Still 4 on 4 though. The sand skimmer numbers are remarkably even. Mine are coming out just a little bit faster, but just barely. And I seem to have ceased production as well. That's a little bit silly. And Rompafrolic is going to go for early assault ship fabrication. Now, I think this might be just because in previous games with me, whenever he's tried to match me with the sand skimmers, he's typically lost. And so he tends to try to go for something other than that. This fight here is not going to turn out well for him because I did have high ground on the beginning of it. I'm going to get a sand skimmer pickup probably. Need to back away to make sure this guy doesn't die, but I don't think he will. So that's 1-0 now. This is the sand skimmer fight score. This guy just kind of sitting here. Probably wants to pick up the artifact. There we go. Railgun tech now coming out for me. Notably slower, of course. It takes RUs, twice as many RUs to get railgun tech, so it takes a while longer than to get assault ships. And then I'm going to see if I can stop his extraction here, so I move out there. I know he's not on his second base, and I don't think he has any plans to get on there soon, especially when he can't see my units, so I feel like I've kind of got him pinned here. But this is a moment where he could move on to his second base. That would be fine for him. Let's see if I'm actually going to stop this one. I have such bad luck with this kind of stuff, but let's see, shall we? I don't think I will, actually. That'll be close. No, I'm not gonna stop that one. But I am gonna get the base runner, which is nice. Scanner also gonna go down here. Rompafrolic scanner in quite a nice location actually, and I don't actually know where it is, so he's gonna be able to see when I get onto second base. He's also gonna be able to, well, he's gonna have that scanner for a long time basically. That's a really nice move because I like to do kind of tricky stuff out the back of this. Sometimes I feint going for aggression and back up onto a second base. Sometimes I feint like I'm going back to a second base and then I pop out again with more railguns and stuff like that. This scanner here will be able to see all of that. He's going to know whether I'm actually on a second base or not. It's going to know if I have refinery mode. Now there's assault ships on the field, so I do need to be careful here that I don't take a really bad fight with my sand skimmers. I was just talking about how that scanner is going to be there for a long time, but actually it looks like it's going to get taken out right here. So never mind. Assault ships are out for Rompafrolic, but I also have my own railguns out, so The standoff continues. Floating a couple of the CUs here. I probably want to make a heavy railgun at this point. There we go. I think my base runner was over here just to kind of keep it alive. Make sure it didn't get hunted down or anything. That's a nice scanner position for me. Kind of the same thing that Rompafrolic had done, and I can see that he's not on 2 bases. That's going to make me happy, because I know that I am. That's going to give me quite the advantage here. I like this attack coming in from Rompafrolic. Definitely a 3-pronged attack here, and that's good. But I think I've got the tools to hold it off. So refinery mode is finished for me now. I'll probably be making a second production cruiser once I get up to 600 CUs. This base runner here actually going to scout the assault ships, so I know that they're there. And if he chases me, that's to my advantage, because he's never going to catch me. Or rather, he is, but he'll have to get dragged all the way over here, and those assault ships will really just not be important to the game anymore at that point. Really nice backstep with his sand skimmers here, though. He's going to go for the heavy railgun. I don't like that. I think he should have run in there, because I've got my sand skimmers here. And if we trade this many sand skimmers, I think I'm actually okay with that. Upgrades are also favoring me. Oh, well, maybe I take that back. He actually did do pretty well since there's an assault ship right here. Assault ships, meanwhile, have gotten up on top of these railguns. They're going to take out the heavy, which is not bad at all. I did not see it, so once I realized, like, oh shoot, I'm getting attacked here, you know, it's kind of too late. I'm going to dive on him with my sand skimmers because I believe that I won't take many losses here, if any. But then he pushes in on this side and he's doing damage to that assault railgun too. Now imagine if these two had also been in position rather than chasing the base runner. He could actually have made a real attack happen here. So I was quite pleased with that attack there. I thought he did really well. Salvager's going to have to evacuate here. I can try for a carrier block, but I am still going to lose 2 of them. 1 HP! 1 HP on this bad boy. What a hero. What a hero to the Galzian cause. My goodness. Production cruiser is finished for me now, so I'm on 3 bases potentially. Opponent's still on 1. Getting refinery mode though, so he'll be on 2 pretty soon. And so I've repelled Rompafrolic's initial attack here, so I want to push out. But it's going to be a little bit tricky with these assault railguns, with these assault ships in this particular position. I could take a lot of damage that way, so I'm not going to be able to push out very easily either. He still kind of has control of the artifacts, which is really nice from him. Looks like my scanner could actually have been a little bit further back, like right here or something, because right now it is indeed being scouted. And look at that, Rompafrolic wants to weed it out, so he's going to move out this carrier as well. A little bit of scuffling going on right here, and I'm going to try to take out this base runner again. I don't think I'm fast enough, but this time there's a railgun, so we'll see. Oh, I got that one. Yes, my luck is beginning to turn around. Meanwhile, the assault ships come in for a backstab, and again, they've found themselves a heavy railgun here, but they're not going to shoot at it. Oh, that's a mistake. They could probably have picked that one up. These assault ships here are going to try to do eco damage, and actually it looks like they've gotten in. I was not as sharp on my carrier block there as I should have been. Quite a lot of damage going to be taken here, I think. 2 salves go down. Gonna be more here, probably. No, actually, I'm gonna be fine. Looks like I'm gonna get out of this one okay. But pretty good, you know, kind of relentless aggression style here from Rompafrolic. I really like that. This time I'm putting a scanner down here, so I'm gonna know if those people are in the area. And I am gonna be on 3 base pretty soon. Rompafrolic, once again, this is a pattern we've seen from this tournament. It's that he gets onto potentially 3 bases, and then he's like, nah, that's lame, and he moves out in the middle of his carrier. I like the feistiness, but I really don't think that works. I'm gonna be on 3 bases, and he's not, and that's just kind of the end of the story. You know what I mean? These scanners here having a little bit of a conference, but Sam Skimmer's gonna deny that one. First conference on scouting. Rompafrolic, meanwhile, is going for interceptor fabrication, but I'm already getting missile ships. That won't be too much of a problem for me. He also went for railguns. I like that. I like the assault ship rail build, of course. I'm a big advocate of that one. Fun fact, advocate is French for lawyer, so we like them. Avocat. I'm sure Sarah can confirm that one. I think that's true anyway. I just say things. Whether or not they're true is not really my issue, my problem. Let's see. Interceptor fabrication's finished, so is missile ship fabrication. I'm probably gonna make some of those pretty soon. Is Rompafrolic gonna be fast on the air transition? Remains to be seen. I could actually see that he has air tech here, but I did not see that, even though I had my scanner in that nice position. So. So Rompafrolic gonna launch here with a single air unit. Actually, I gotta say I don't really like that particularly much because I feel like when you launch with a single air unit, you know, you kind of give away the fact that you've got air without really doing that much damage. I would like to see him launch with more. Look at that, not even a single railgun got killed there. Oh dear. Rompafrolic really not getting the value out of this that he should have. I didn't lose a single unit so far. One poor sand skimmer does finally go down there. Oh dear, I'm bunching my railguns up quite a lot. That's pretty sloppy, so I do lose that one. Missile ships on their way in now, so I will be able to stop this. Rompafrolic, meanwhile, going for many power reserves very early on, like he usually does. Still just kind of in the build-up phase this game here. What are the upgrades looking like for him, actually? He's, oh, he didn't go for railgun fabrication, my bad. That's not true, actually. But he doesn't have any upgrades for those sand skimmers. I have both of the armor ones, and then oh, look at that. My missile ship barraged the scanner and killed it, but then got killed by the carrier. It's kind of funny. I'm getting railgun armor 3, by the way, so his sand skimmers can be very ineffective against these railguns. I can practically just not even worry about it. No afterburner either, no additional tech past assault ships. That seems a little odd to me. Normally you're going to at least have to go with one of these. Power Reserve 5 on the way. It looks like he really just wants his carrier to be the heavy hitter here, really. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. I don't think it's the best strategy, but Rompafrolic's been running it this whole tournament, so I don't think we can tell him not to do that anymore. You see these assault ships, and I've got to say, it's really hard to push past choke points when there's assault ships in the area. Gonna get sand skimmer rating, am I? Now these assault ships could do some damage here if I'm not ready for them. I gotta say, considering the amount of times that he slipped in there, it's pretty sloppy of me to not be ready for him here. Assault railgun's gonna take a fight with these assault ships here, and you can see them splitting to try and minimize that AoE damage, but they've gotten past the choke. That's all I wanted. Now they're kind of ready to attack here, but there's a number of what are they called, sand skimmers, so that's not really gonna work out too well for me. My sand skimmers here are gonna confirm the kill on that one. Oh, and look at this. Actually, maybe this will be fine for me. Now, Power Reserve 5 is about to finish for Rompafrolic. That, of course, gives access to the missile barrage. He's going to use that pretty much immediately, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Air units are launched to try to deal with this missile barrage coming down here. Let's see how long it takes me to realize that this is happening. Pretty long, actually. I remember in-game, I noticed that this was happening, like right when I saw those railguns die there, and I was like, oh shoot! Really could have avoided quite a few losses there if I'd been a little bit faster. But it looks like these sand skimmers kind of getting caught out here by this assault ship. They really just want to get that kill on the base runner, but they're actually going to go down quite badly. And I'm getting pushed off my base right here. So action going on all over the map. And Rompafrolic doing a pretty good job, actually. He's kind of... I don't want to say he's ahead right now, because even if he clears out this base entirely, he's still only on 2 himself. But he did do a lot of damage right there. Base runner heal going to be used here. Missile ship barrage actually very effective right there. And the assault ship should not get any value necessarily, but other than holding me off of my base right there. Artifact gets destroyed over there. There's another one right here, but it's also heavily damaged by those sand skimmers. I'm not interested in letting my opponent extract any more than he already has. And I've got a missile ship here and a base runner for anti-air, so I'm not going to be attacked by interceptors anytime soon right here. He could go for precision bombers, but that's not going to be the choice from him right here. It looks like instead going to go for siege. Meanwhile, he's just now beginning to get the sand skimmer upgrades as well, but I've already got quite a few of those, so I'm definitely ahead in that regard. Sand skimmer count also looking like it's in my favor, but if I run in here, it won't be for long, I'll put it that way. Not really sure what I hope to accomplish right here. I know how much power he's got, you know, so I mean, I really shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I'm just trying to get the kill on this base runner, but that seems a little odd. Because I got it, but for great expense. However, I can smell blood in the water. Rompafrolic has got nothing to defend this carrier, other than the carrier itself, so I'm just going to walk in there and slay it. And that is going to be the series over 2-0. An outcome that I can be happy with. Well, I'll be casting the semifinals in a couple of hours, but I had some time here in the morning, figured I'd just go ahead and cast these two, so I hope you enjoy them, and I'll see you guys next time.